Happy Wednesday. Week is flying by. It's almost the end of the year. I mean, it is the end of the year. The year is almost over, is what I'm trying to say. Good morning. Good morning, Miss Carolyn. Happy Wednesday. Oh, good morning, Miss Deetra. Good morning, Miss DG. Happy Wednesday, ladies. It's cold in here. Ooh, brr. It's cold in here. It must be some Toros in the atmosphere. Y'all remember that from Bring It On? Good morning, Miss Janicia. Happy Wednesday. I forgot that fast. Yeah, I've been up since 3 a.m. So excuse me if my energy wanes because your girl was getting her coach notebook. I was getting my coach notebook this morning. So I woke up at 3 a.m. And you know what the good Lord said? He said, "You better not be late to church this Sunday." You can wake up at 3 a.m. for that notebook. You better be on time for service. Actually, I'm going to church twice this weekend because we are opening our new church on Saturday. So I'm going Saturday. Good morning, Miss Aries, 1977. Happy Wednesday. Oh, is it two? No, it's Wednesday, isn't it? I don't know. But yeah, we're opening our new church, so I'm going to that service and then I'm gonna go to I need to get me a little heating pad or something. I'm going to church on Sunday too. Good morning, Miss Bright Eyes. Got my coffee today. I need it. I'm gonna wait till 6:50 and then I'm gonna get started. And y'all say a prayer that poor chop takes a really early. Sometimes when he comes, he's sleepy or he's asleep. Y'all pray that he's sleeping. We can get back in the bed because I feel the sleepiness coming on. I'm glad though I woke up because I'm a I love to shop whimsical things. So I love the cherry print that they put on those bags. All the fingers. It's naturally oh, see, and I thought so because I know the picture. The way what's this? The way YouTube they've changed like the names because my name doesn't come up as several people's mama anymore. It comes up as my email. So I knew I was like, that's Ree. Because I said your name yesterday. But then I was like, maybe that's not it. Hello, Miss Adola Angel. Okay, Miss Monica. Miss Monica, I just read your comment about your friend. That's why he don't get no green, because he be thieving. Good morning, Miss Nene. Good morning, Bestie. Happy Wednesday, ladies. Yeah, poor chop. But he was just doing what I told him to do. He just missed his aim a little bit and it went in my purse and I didn't realize it and I wasn't going back to the store. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But that's why he don't get no green. Cause he don't do what he's supposed to do. And he done stole some sage from the stove. And I'm the accomplice, or the other way around, one of the two. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So today's devotional, we're gonna talk about choosing God over people pleasing, especially this time of year when it's the holiday season and sometimes you feel obligated to do things that you don't really want to do because you don't want to upset people. You might not feel like or want to or have the capacity to cook a full holiday meal or host at your home or purchase gifts for everyone. I know personally when I was married to my ex-husband and his family bought a gift for everyone. And then when I mean everyone, everyone. Now, they weren't all expensive, some of them were, but they weren't all expensive, but that put a lot of pressure on me because in my family, we just bought gifts for our immediate family, mom, dad, siblings. That was it. If you had kids, you bought them for the kids. So when I got with him and then the pressure to like buy everything and I really couldn't afford it and all this kind of, it was just too much. It was just too much. But I felt like I had to do it because people pleasing. Good morning, Miss Ash. Good morning, Miss Ray. Good morning, Miss Angela. Happy Wednesday. Your girl's been up since 3. All right. So the holiday season brings joy, celebration, and connection. But for many women, especially those who carry a natural nurturing spirit, and I would say that I have a natural nurturing spirit, it also brings pressure. Okay, pressure to say yes to every invitation, pressure to cook, host, serve, buy, decorate, and show up perfectly. Good morning, Miss Gail. Happy Wednesday. Pressure to be the glue that keeps everyone happy. People pleasing often disguises itself as kindness, but during the holidays, it becomes clear you are exhausted, resentful, and stretched too thin. How many of us have been there during the holidays? Have been there like regular life, but especially during the holidays. But God never asked you to sacrifice yourself for the sake of others' comfort. He asks you to live in freedom, walk in truth, and honor him with your choices. And I forgot to read. Good morning, Miss Neat. Say back, back. Good morning, Miss Gail. Did I say that? Um, I forgot to read the scripture. So the scripture is Galatians 1 through 10. I have this highlighted in my Bible. So I've read it underlined. So I've read it several times. Obviously, I'm not trying to win the approval of people, but of God. If people pleasing were my goal, I would not be Christ's servant. Mm. If people pleasing were my goal, I would not be Christ's servant. So when we are trying to please people, sometimes it's hard for us. Now, the two things can be true. You can please a person and please the Lord, right? But a lot of times, the things that we are doing, overextending ourselves and all of that to please people, that's not from God. That's not what He's telling us to do. Good morning, Miss Shamika. Happy Wednesday. So, yeah. So that's Galatians 1:10. Um, God never asked you to sacrifice yourself for the sake of others' comforts. He asked you to live in freedom, walk in truth, and honor him with your choices. Jesus loved people deeply and still said no often. He stepped away to rest. He withdrew from crowds. He did only what his father instructed, but not what others demanded. As you enter this holiday season, you are invited to follow in his footsteps, not the expectations placed, oh, excuse me, well, not the expectations placed on you by family, culture, or guilt. You are allowed to choose peace over performance. You are allowed to choose presence over perfection. And you are allowed to choose obedience to God over approval from people. Okay? Affirmation: I am not obligated to meet everyone's expectations. I choose God's peace over pressure. I choose God's peace over pressure. So, listen, you gotta, good morning, Miss Blessed Woman of God. Good morning, Miss Michelle. Happy Wednesday. You have to decide, make a decision that you're going to please God no matter what, right? And that's not always going to be in alignment with what people want you to do, right? And you got to be okay with that. You got to be okay with that. You got to really be okay with that, because you will get tested. Um, and you got to be able to make that decision and stick with it. And that's the thing about making a decision. When you decide something, that literally means that you turn away from the other thing. So when you are deciding to please God, you are turning away from pleasing people. Now, if you happen to please God and people at the same time, that's great, right? But it's always pleasing God first. Good morning, Miss Jenny. Happy Wednesday. So, journal prompt: where have I been saying yes out of guilt? Your kids, your adult children, fear, or habit instead of love and obedience to God? What would honoring God, not people, look like for me in this holiday season? Like, what is God speaking to you to do this holiday season? Is He speaking to you to give, right? Like, give to people that need it? Not saying that the people you give to don't need it, excuse me, but give to people that are in need, that are less fortunate than you are. And maybe that means if you decide to do that, that you can't give the extravagant gifts that you usually do. Like, where is God saying, hey, I want you to do this, but that means that you might have to sacrifice this? That's what you have to decide. Good morning, Mr. Kara. Happy Wednesday. So, what would honoring God, not people, look like for me this holiday season? Action step: practice one holy boundary this week. This might look like, excuse me, saying I can't this year, but thank you for inviting me. Scaling back the cooking, hosting, or gift giving. Leaving an event early when the spirit feels overwhelmed. Hmm. Delegating tasks instead of carrying them alone. Every boundary you set is a declaration that your peace matters to God. And when you honor God with your limits, He fills the space with grace. And let me tell y'all know I was stressed cooking Thanksgiving dinner. Like, I was just trying to get it right. Good morning, Miss Latoya. Happy Wednesday. I was trying to get everything perfect, and my husband came in the kitchen and he could tell that I was stressed, and he said, you know what, it doesn't have to be perfect. The effort, and I say this in the upcoming vlog as well, but the effort and the intention that you put into making this dinner is all that we need. He was like, whatever you put in front of me, I'm gonna eat, and I'm gonna eat gratefully. And that just made me think, like, you don't have to be, it doesn't have to be perfect in order for you to be able to bless people, as long as you've tried your best, right? That's all that we can ask for. Like I told y'all yesterday with my mom, I was like, you did your best. You did your best, and we appreciate that. And that's how you have to go into this season, just doing your best, doing what you have the capacity to do, and not worrying about what people are going to think, what people are going to say. Just knowing that, you put intention and love behind it, and that's all. That's it. That's everything. And honestly, to me, I don't even we are at the point in life where you pretty much, if you want something, you can buy it yourself, right? There's all kind of payment plans. Anything you pretty much want, you can buy yourself. What I love, spend some time with me, or make me something, right? Or write me something. I remember this past Mother's Day? Riley wrote me a letter. Lord, child don't have no money. But she wrote me a letter and she just told me how much she meant to me and how proud she was of me for surviving and being here for her and all of that. And that I still had that letter. That touched my soul. Like those are the things, right? Hey, Miss Adiola, happy Wednesday. That's the most important thing. You did out of love. Absolutely. Good morning, Miss Harry. How you feeling? Happy Wednesday. So, yeah, just the intention, the effort that you have the capacity to do, and the love and nurturing that you put into things is enough. It does not, oh, I'm so glad. It does not need to be extravagant. You don't need to be over the top. You don't need to stress yourself out and worry. Just do the best that you can. So, let's talk about action steps, okay, to stop people pleasing, especially during this season. Choose your yeses prayerfully. All right. Before agreeing to anything, whether it's hosting, cooking, attending events, buying gifts, even buying gifts, pause and ask, Lord, is this mine to carry? Is this mine to carry? A feminine woman of faith doesn't rush. She moves with intention and grace. Let your yes flow from peace, not pressure. So it's no rushing, it's taking our time, it's being intentional, it's asking God, are you in the midst of this? Or am I doing this for my own self fulfillment? Am I doing this for the kudos? Am I doing this because, oh, they're going to be like, oh, da da da. Nicole gives the best gifts. Nicole, this, that. Oh, she must got this or that. Or am I doing it because I love this person? Like, and I want them to, be happy. I want to bring them some joy, right? Where are you coming from when you are doing things? And is God directing you there? Is God saying do that? And believe me, we've done some things, gifted some things, and God said don't do that. Don't give that gift. And then you're upset because the person didn't use it, they wasted it, they gave it away, all of that, but they weren't supposed to have it in the first place. Not from you. You weren't supposed to give it in the first place. Okay. And that goes for children as well. We know sometimes we get these kids things um that they didn't necessarily earn. I don't want to say they don't deserve them, but they didn't necessarily earn. Okay. And it's because we always want our kids to have better than what we had, but that's not necessarily the best thing, right? So we need to ask God, even in that, Lord, help me to make sure I give my kids good gifts, thoughtful gifts, things that you shine through me giving this gift. Good morning, Miss Patrice. Happy Wednesday. So, give yourself permission to set soft boundaries. Soft boundaries sound like I'd love to help, but I can only stay for a little while. I can do one dish, not the whole meal. This year, I'm keeping things simple. Yes, thoughtful gifts. They're still warm and gracious, but firm. You honor God by honoring the limits He gave you. And I'll give you an example. So my daughter, we're pretty cool with her in-laws. And so, because me and Pork Chop, I mean, that's me and Lolly, that's what she calls, that's Pork Chop's other grandma. She's Lolly, okay? And I'm Gigi. And so I'm pretty cool with her family. And her mother follows me on Facebook and Instagram, I believe. And so she's always looking at my cooking. So she sent me a message because she's like, she does a lot of activism and things in the church and stuff like that. And so she sent me a message and she was like, I know that you used to do this and this and that. I have a gathering that we're doing for Christmas is 150 people. Um, what would be a quote to cater? Now, old me would have tried to throw together a quote, which would have been way underpriced. I can tell you that right now. And I would have did all this work and been frustrated. Now I wouldn't say that I would not feel it wouldn't have been rewarding because I've done things and yeah, they frustrated me and pushed me past my capacity, but I still felt rewarded in the end. So I'm not saying that, but tired myself out and all these things to try to make her happy, to try to, "Oh, what would she think of me if I told her no?" Da 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 da. Mm-mm. You know what I said? I said, "Hey, I don't cater, but I would love to donate a few dozen cookies, probably like 4, maybe 4 or 5 dozen cookies." And she was like, "Oh, okay, that would be great. I appreciate that. That would be wonderful." I know that I can go in the kitchen and I can whip up some cookie dough, and I can actually do that early and freeze it and then take it out when it's done, and take it out when it's ready to bake them and all of that kind of stuff. So I kind of know how the cookies go. I know I'll be able to do 4 or 5 dozen cookies easy, and that is what I said. I would donate some cookies to your event. You ain't gotta do it all. You can do what you have the capacity to do, and people will still be thankful for that. People will still be happy for that. I wasn't raised the traditional way, celebrating Christmas, and I pray for people during this time of year. The pressure is a real thing. Oftentimes, see the stress set. It is. It's a real thing. Like I used to literally be stressed out Christmas time because I thought I had to show up with all of these gifts and everything. And my ex-husband, he was not the best in that area, and it was just like all this pressure was on me to try to put all these things together and still gift my own children. And one year I told them, and I think, was I already divorced? I don't think I was divorced yet. I think I told my former sister-in-law, I was like, "Listen, I'm getting gifts for my kids, and I'm getting gifts for your kids, and I'm gonna get them some gifts, and that's it. I'm getting gifts for the kids. I ain't getting the grown-ups no gifts and da da da." And you know what? She was like, "You know what? That's a good idea." Cause she felt the pressure too. And you know what I did? I went and got all of them little kids $10 gift cards to Chick-fil-A. And do you know that they looked forward to those gifts every year? Every year they look forward to getting their $10 gift cards because they loved going to Chick-fil-A and paying for their own meal. So sometimes you got to just say, you know what, I can't do this, and good things will come out of that. We're people pleasers, but we have to know our limits. Really, again, we should be trying to please the Lord. And then if people get pleased in the process, that's wonderful. That's great. It's a win-win, but no, we should not be going beyond what we can do and what we feel, as far as, when I say feel, I mean like you don't have the capacity to do that. You're pushed to your limits. Yeah. Embrace a slower holiday rhythm. You don't have to participate in the hustle culture around the holidays. Create a softer rhythm. Light a candle before the day starts. Put on worship or instrumental Christmas music. Do one task at a time. Take breaks without guilt. A woman who moves slowly moves sacredly. Okay, take your time. I know we want to rush. I still ain't put up all of my Christmas decorations. I know we want to rush to put on our Christmas decor because you only get a few weeks out of the year. Don't rush. If you get it done, great. If you just get the Christmas tree up with just the lights, that's good. In fact, that's in style. Don't stress yourself out and frustrate yourself and give yourself anxiety, because as soon as you put all that stuff up, you're anxious about, dang, I got to take all this stuff down. You know what I mean? Good morning, Miss On an Island. Happy Wednesday. Amen. My children are grown and my daughters live near me, but my son is in Texas. Play like coming over for the holidays. So now we do potluck. I don't do all that cooking. Yes, I give gifts to children. To children. Good morning, Miss Victoria. Happy Wednesday. To kids. Christmas is for the kids. You grown. You probably could buy yourself what you need. Christmas for the children. For Destiny's children. No, I'm just saying. Practice one holy no each week. Pick one thing you are not going to do. I love this. Pick one thing you are not going to do. The extra gift exchange, hosting out of obligation, overspending, saying yes to emotional labor that drains you. Oh yeah, we need volunteers to organize the Christmas party at church, and you ain't got it in you. Don't volunteer. because you're just gonna make yourself mad. Like, have you ever worked with people that don't want to be there? Don't be that person. Don't be that person. I'm still contemplating the tree. It's only three of us here. Well, then don't put up that tree. I really don't want to put. Then don't put up that tree. No buying gifts for adults this year. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I see y'all ball all year long, and then you want to turn around and look at me to buy some gifts? No, 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 no. Gifts are for the kids who can't buy themselves stuff. And yes, last year we kind of went out with the kids, and this year my husband was like, because I had told him I was like, nah, that's too much. We did too much. We do stuff for these kids all year round. Like it's no such thing. When I was growing up, it was Christmas, back to school, and your birthday. That's when you got stuff. Now these kids get stuff all year round. And so I was like, that's too much. So this year he put a limit. He was like, we'll ask the kids the top three things and we getting two of them. And that's partially because their birthdays are in January and February. So we backdooring and have to get stuff for their birthday. And then Riley turned 16. So it's a lot. Yes, my tree is up, but no porch. It's still fall decor. It's fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Good morning, Miss Carletta. Good morning, Miss Crystal. Happy Wednesday. Once my kids were in high school, they lost interest in the tree, and so did I. I know that's right. I buy gifts for the kids too. The kids. That's what I do with my daughter. Yes. But yeah. Mm-mm. If y'all don't feel like putting up a tree, don't put up a tree. Now I'm happy to put up the tree because poor child. Now, if the other kid, if it was probably the other kids, I probably wouldn't go all out. But because poor child, I love seeing him and stuff. And then my husband is kind of getting into the Christmas spirit, so he wants to put lights on the house now. So yeah, we're enjoying it. It's what we want to do, right? But if it's not what you want to do or you have the capacity to do, please don't do it. It's the worst being overwhelmed. I can't do it. It's the worst. Okay. I know exactly where you're coming from. It is the worst. Ain't nothing wrong with 3-foot trees. I remember when I had Ryan Avery and I was on my own, I went to Family Dollar and got I think it was 3 or 4 foot Christmas tree and put it on the bar, baby. And that was our Christmas tree. And I loved it. The kids are spoiled, and yes, we shop and provide things they want. Always, always. Yes, the kids, unfortunately, mines are grown, no grandkids yet, 1 or 2 young cousins. Okay. Right. We shouldn't feel forced to. No, I said I wasn't hosting this year. The best. Listen, I said this year, and that's why I cooked for Thanksgiving because I was like, I'm not going over people's places. I don't feel like doing all of that. I want to sit at my own house and chill. And that's exactly how I feel for Christmas. I haven't put my decor up yet, but it'll get up sometime this week. Not rushing. Sometime this week for me too. I got 2 little wreaths hanging on where I had the fall wreaths. I switched them out for Christmas wreaths. And that's it. My husband asked me today, he's like, well, when are you gonna put the tree up? Because now he's all excited. Because the people across the street put up these lights, so he feel like he needs to. Anyway, it's men stuff. But um, I was like, I'm gonna do it this weekend. And all of the decor might not get on the tree this year because honestly, with pork chop and a dog, I might just put the tree up with some lights and a bow. A big bow at the top trickling down the tree and call it a day. That's what I'm thinking I might do. Cause putting all that stuff up in pork chop and the dog taking it down and breaking my ornaments and all this kind of stuff. I don't know about that. I may put up all of our ornaments with the name on them, and I might do one for Maui since he's our family member, newest family member. But that's about it. Putting up the tree and decorating is something I do with my daughter each year. Christmas Eve. See, now that's how you do it, Miss Jenny. Make it a tradition, make it a happy time, make it a memory. That's great. But if it's a stressful, that's not good. The Vlogmas situation got me stressing. Girl, you don't have to do Vlogmas, and you can do Vlogmas however you want to do it. Listen, I had some extra content that I needed to get out that I could break up, and that's why I'm doing Vlogmas. But like I told y'all, when I said I was gonna do it, it might not be every day. I might miss a day. I ain't gonna be perfect, and it might be a short. You might get a short rather than a whole vlog. So yeah, the video I got for y'all coming out tomorrow is less than 20 minutes. It is what it is. No decor for me. Secret Santa, the adults, and gifts for the kids only. Kids only. I know that's right, bestie. I know that's right. So, your no makes room for God's peace. Okay. Your no makes room for God's peace. Ask for help and receive it. Feminine women don't carry life alone, they receive support. Delegate. Ask your husband or your partner or your friends or your kids to help, or let others bring dishes like the potluck. Receiving is as holy as giving. Pace and plan during this time of year, it definitely helps. Absolutely. And let me tell y'all something about receiving as well, since we're in the giving season. Your thank you is enough. Your thank you is enough. If someone gives you a gift that you were not expecting, your thank you, your appreciation is enough. You don't have to turn around and go get them a gift. And if they gave you a gift with that expectation, I don't know what to tell you. They might not be your people. Now, if y'all agreed to exchange gifts, that's another thing. But if someone just thought of you and wanted to bless you with something, just receive it and say, "Thank you. I appreciate this. Oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting this. This makes me so happy. Oh my God, this brings me so much, gosh, it brings me so much joy." And that's enough. That's enough. You don't have to go out and try to get them something. You don't have to match their energy or any of those things. Your thank you is matching their energy. Your thank you is enough. Um, yeah, no decor here either. I don't feel bad about it. Kids are grown. Absolutely. You ladies do what works for you. As long as you're happy, I'm going to watch it if it's 2 minutes. Thank you, Miss Angela. Appreciate you. But yeah, I gotta check on Miss Cassandra. 'Cause Miss Cassandra ain't been here this week. I know she okay because she commented on my Facebook. Maybe she don't know. But anyway, or maybe she busy. Who knows? But anyway, receiving a gift that you were not expecting, is someone blessing you with something, just say thank you. You ain't gotta go out there and because we get stuff and we're like, oh, she brought me this. Oh my gosh, now I gotta go out and do this. No, 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 no. You received the gift graciously. You say thank you. I appreciate it. Let them know that, you really are happy with what they gifted you because it's the intention and the thought behind it, not the actual gift. Because sometimes it don't be what you expect, right? But for someone to go out their way to think about you is enough. It doesn't really matter what they gift you. For someone to go out their way and think about you is enough. So, ask for help and receive it. Okay. Create a peace protection plan for holiday gatherings. And I love this. Before family events, sit with God and write, what triggers my people pleasing? What triggers me to want to please people, especially around this time of the year? How will I respond with grace? What boundary will I hold? Where can I take a break if I need space? Prepare your heart in advance so you can stay soft and not stressed. Stay soft and not stressed. So really go before God and be like, okay, this is happening, Lord. I know this person is going to be there and I don't want to say they're like this, Lord, but sometimes we have issue and I don't want to have that issue this year. I want to go in there with the peace that you've given me, Lord. And so how can I handle this? And he will give it to you. Again, if you ask for wisdom, he will give it to you in everything, in every situation, big or small. Yes, those unexpected gifts used to stress me out. No, that's just someone thinking about you. That's just someone saying, I want to bless you. And a lot of times when we turn around and we go out our way and try to get them a gift, that's in a way, I wouldn't say it's like insulting, like especially with men. If you have a man friend and he goes out his way to get you a gift, even if it's something nice, he does. Usually men don't like for you to turn around and try to match their energy because they don't want to be in competition with you like that. Not with no woman. They don't want to be in competition with you like that. So especially with that, but with women too. Like if I give someone a gift, I don't expect for you to turn around. I'm giving that to you from my heart. I don't expect for you to turn around and give me a gift. If you do, I mean, I guess that's okay, but I want to bless you. That's how I'm thinking about. I want to bless you. I saw this and I thought about you and I knew you would love this and I can't wait to see the smile on your face. And honestly, I think that's what most people, not all, but most people are thinking when they give gifts. I thought about you. I just knew you would be excited to receive this. And that's it. So, but yeah, definitely pray about wisdom. Ask God for wisdom on how to handle these situations where we get into people pleasing. And he will make a way. He will make a way. He will help you with that. So, that is our devotional for today. Oh, I do want to say a prayer cuz actually had a have a prayer. So, Lord, help me release the need for approval from others. Give me the courage to set boundaries that protect my peace and honor you. Lead me through this season with wisdom, gentleness, rest, and freedom. Let my joy come from your presence, not from performance. In Jesus' name, amen. Your joy from his presence, not for performing for other people. You have joy because Jesus lives inside of you, not because you're trying to impress people or make people happy or any of those type of things. So that is our devotional for today. I hope that this was helpful. I know it was helpful for me because again, we all kind of get into excuse me, the people pleasing and stressing ourselves out and overwhelming ourselves and doing the most during the holiday season. And we ain't got to do the most. We God doesn't call for us to do the most in these situations. What you need to do the most in is getting in this Bible and praying and worshiping him and loving on people and being kind and being warm and being tender and being gracious and being nurturing. That's what you could do the most in. It don't gotta be in giving a gift and cooking everything and then you're trying to make sure your house is s- sparkling clean and all of this kind of stuff. Listen, you ain't gotta do all of that. Do your best. Do your best. So I pray and intend that you have the most amazing Wednesday. I Y'all pray that poor chop takes a little nap this morning so I could take a nap too because your girl is sleepy, but I secured the goods. All right. Y'all have a good one. I love y'all. Bye. It was good. That's helped me so. Have a great day.